Welcome again to the magical realm of AI Bible, friends and dear truth seekers alike. Welcome to the ultimate showdown between human innovation and divine revelation, AI versus the Bible. As you are already aware, particularly as our previous videos have shown, artificial intelligence, AI, has revolutionized our world with its incredible ability to analyze and learn from past data. But sadly, there are limitations to its power and algorithm. Even more shocking is how these areas of AI's limitations are such that are central in the grand scheme of our existence as humans. In this video, we shall examine just one of these areas that underscore AI's limitations. And that, of course, is the singular fact that AI can only predict the future based on what has already happened, and not what's yet to come. But what if I told you that there's a source that has been predicting the future with uncanny accuracy for centuries? A source that has foretold the rise and fall of great empires, the birth of new technologies, and the very events that shapes our world today. That source is none other than the Bible. And in this video, you are going to discover 11 ways this book called the Bible predicts the future that not even AI can match. If you are ready, then let's dive in with our hats in the ring. But before we get into it, you must remember that the concept of artificial intelligence is just one of the recent discoveries of mankind. And if anything, this only means that AI will always be passive and blind to both the past and present of human history, without the aid of big data bank. In contrast, the past, present, future, and events that occurred before the universe was formed have been revealed in the Holy Scriptures. That said, now let's dive into these 11 aspects of the future which the Bible has predicted that AI is oblivious of. 1. The growing increase in human knowledge through AI has been foretold in the Bible. Do you know that humans' unending search for knowledge is what led to the development of AI? Most is more interesting is how that quest has led to tech advancement has been revealed in the book of Daniel, many centuries before the modern era. Daniel 12:4 says, "But you, Daniel, close up and seal the words of the scroll until the time of the end. Many will go here and there to increase knowledge." Interesting, isn't it? Today, after those long-gone centuries, we are now living in an age of exponential growth in knowledge and technology, just as the Bible predicted. 2. The rise of global communications. It will shock to know that the global communication going on in the world today has been foreshadowed thousands of years back in the Bible. The Bible predicted in Revelation 11:9-10 that, "For 3.5 days, all peoples, tribes, languages, and nations will gaze on their dead bodies." A clear understanding of this scriptural text brings to mind a time when people from all nations would be connected and able to communicate instantly. And that's exactly what we see today with social media and global connectivity. 3. The rise of false prophets. Jesus warned us in Matthew 24:11 that many false prophets will appear and deceive many people. This is one of the most intriguing aspects of the Bible prophecies about the present time that AI can't match, the rise of false prophets. It's sad but amazing at the same time how what has been predicted in over 2,000 years ago is still being fulfilled today. And even more, there are clear and unending signs that that prophecy will continue to be fulfilled for as long as the universe exists. Just turn on your television or simply log on to any of your social media handles and you'll see the proliferation of these false teachers and prophets leading people astray with their lies and deception. 4. The increase in earthquakes. In that same Matthew 24, Jesus revealed something quite striking about the last days in the 7th verse when he said that nation will rise against nation and kingdom against kingdom. There will be famines and earthquakes in various places. In different parts of the world today, we're seeing a significant increase in earthquakes and natural disasters, just as the Bible predicted. 5. The rise of the Antichrist. You will agree that only the Bible has warned us of a future Antichrist figure who will deceive many. This you can find in 1 John chapter 2, verse 18, where the scriptures say, You have heard that the Antichrist is coming. Even now many Antichrists have come. As predicted in that verse of the Bible, we're already seeing the precursor to this with the rise of AI and machine learning, which could potentially be used to create a powerful autonomous entity. In fact, this is already becoming the case. 6. The mark of the beast through digital payment and biometric identification. The Bible has predicted manifestation of the mark of the beast right in the Old Testament before the coming Jesus. And even in the New Testament in Revelation 13, 16 through 18, it describes a future time when people will receive a mark or implant to buy and sell. Guess what? We're already seeing the beginnings of this with digital payments and biometric identification. The stage is set for a global cashless society. Beware! 7. The Great Apostasy. Apostasy, the great turning away from the truth of divine knowledge of Christ. What has been said of this? A lot, most certainly. But just as your guess, AI has nothing to say about the future of Christianity regarding apostasy except for what the Bible has predicted. The Bible warns of a great apostasy, where people will turn away from God and embrace secularism. 2 Thessalonians 2 verse 3 says, "Don't let anyone deceive you in any way, for that day will not come until the rebellion occurs and the man of lawlessness is revealed." Look around and you'll see this being fulfilled with the rise of atheism and secular humanism. 8. The rise of the one world government. We are yet to see anything close to a prediction of one world government in the algorithm of AI. But we have seen the Bible predict a future one-world government that will be ruled by the Antichrist, as seen in Revelation chapter 13, verses 1 to 10, where it's revealed that a beast will rise out of the sea, symbolizing a global authoritarian government. If anything, we almost saw that play out fully during the recent COVID-19 era. Even still, the presence of the United Nations and global governance initiatives seems to be foretelling the fulfillment of this prophecy. 9. The increase in persecution of believers. Did you know that the afflictions and persecutions faced by people of faith around the world in the past and present have their roots in biblical prediction and predictions? Yes, still in Matthew 24, verse 9, Jesus warned that, "Then you will be handed over to be persecuted and put to death, and you will be hated by all nations because of me." If you are indeed a firm believer, but haven't faced any form of persecution yet, it's likely your days of persecution are a reality waiting to happen. Trust me, the world has seen a significant rise in the persecution of Christians and other religious minorities in recent times. 10. The rise of the Gog-Magog alliance. What exactly is the rise of the Gog-Magog alliance? Practically, this, according to Bible interpretation, points towards the current alliance among certain countries of the world against other nations of conflicting interests. The book of Ezekiel, chapter 38, verses 1 to 6, describes this future alliance as the type we now have between Russia, Iran, and Turkey. In the 7th verse of this chapter of Ezekiel, the prophecy clearly states that this alliance will be formed to attack Israel. Sadly, just as predicted, we are seeing the beginnings of this alliance already. 11. The return of Jesus Christ. Finally, the Bible predicts the return of Jesus Christ, when he will come back to judge the living and the dead. The book of Matthew 24, verse 30, paints this event even more clearly when it says that, "At that time the sign of the Son of Man will appear in the sky, and all nations of the earth will mourn. They will see the Son of Man coming on the clouds of the sky with power and great glory." Although this particular prediction hasn't been fulfilled, its presence in the Holy Scriptures or anything close to it has no bearing in the works and algorithms of AI. By faith in Christ Jesus, it is expected that this, like every other prophecy, will come to fulfillment. There you have it, folks. 11 ways the Bible predicts the future that AI can't match. The Bible is the ultimate source of truth and wisdom, and it's amazing to see how its predictions are unfolding before our very eyes. Thanks for watching, And don't forget to subscribe for more content.